Steam Deck is the best thing in the world. Don't get a Steam Deck. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. Jeff, one of our very earliest episodes of this award-winning science comedy podcast. Now, they have tried to take that award away from us.
Yes, but we wouldn't let them.
And they have banned us from ever winning the award again.
That's also true. But we did invoke the no take backsies.
We did say, no takesies backsies. No takes it. And you might wonder, why did they try to take the award away from us? Because every story we've ever reported has been fake.
It's all lies.
It's all lies.
800 episodes of lies, which quite frankly is impressive in its own right.
Listen, you're not creative enough to tell 800 lies. to the depth and breadth that we've told lies. You can't do it. Cowards. No, we do not tell lies.
No, I mean,
one of us always tells the truth and one of us always lies.
Yeah, how are you going to figure it out, though? You don't know.
You don't know. But no, one of the first episodes we did of this show was about a group that wanted to bring back the woolly mammoth. Do you remember this?
That's right. What is it? Anti-extinction? Is that what it's called?
Anti-extinction movement?
Yeah.
The bringy backy mammoth-y movement.
Undying. The undead. We call them the undead, I think.
The actual takesies backsies movement.
That's right. Yes.
Said absolutely not. We invoke takesies backsies.
Yeah, on our extinct species.
And we're bringing it back.
Species. Yeah.
And people have been trying to do this for a while. You might remember that in 2019, you could in a museum, a Dutch museum, I believe, you could buy what they called mammoth meat. It was basically an art project. You know, they had very limited numbers of it, but you could buy mammoth meat. And that was done in concert with a group called VOW. VOW is a very interesting group, Jeff, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them in a moment. But first, I want to tell you about what VOW has done in the intervening years. And I want to thank Deus Zero in the We Have Concerns Discord for alerting us to this update. Remember that if you want to be part of the Discord, and baby, you do.
You do.
You just head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns and give us $1. It's that easy.
It's so easy. A single US dollar. It's like, come on. Come on.
It's like, you know what it's like? It's like, come on.
It's exactly like, come on.
We'll give you extra stuff for it. Don't be weird. Don't be weird.
Come on.
So anyway, Val has been working and they've been figuring things out. And Jeff,
what do they figure out?
Mammoth meatballs.
Mammoth meatballs.
Jeff, now
finally, I can taste the extinction.
And I want to see, if you're watching the video version of this, I just want to bring up the plating of this mammoth meatball in this photo in this article is
artful,
phenomenal, truly phenomenal.
It really is.
They've got the meatball with like the thing that they do at the fancy restaurant where they put like the little swish of some sort of sauce along the side.
But it's on a slab that looks, it looks prehistoric. It looks
it's a comically large meatball.
It is. Well, if you're asking for a mammoth meatball, I don't want to see little, IKEA meatballs there. No. That's not what I want to see.
No, I want a real Fred and Barney dinner.
I want to see Fred Flintstone's car tip over.
Yes, you know what I mean? That's what I want, and that's what we're getting. So, Val has created the mammoth meatball, Jeff. This is a meatball.
Can I buy it? Can I eat it?
That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's for eating. They say, come on up, have a little bit of the mammoth meatball.
What kind of noodle goes best with the mammoth meatball, you think?
I'm guessing. I'm looking at a mammoth. I'm thinking about the what I think would be the taste profile of a mammoth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say a pappardelle.
Whoa, okay. I did not expect that. I was thinking like a big rigatoni, like a big round rigatoni. Like a rigatoni
or a ziti.
Yeah,
Bake it into a ziti.
Yeah.
Get yourself
something
a
large.
hunk of that, Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't eat it. Listen, choose whatever pasta you want. That's your
will.
choice. That's not what Vow's here to do.
No.
Vow's here to just simply make the meat out of the mammoth.
So this is full-on cloned meat that I'm supposed to ingest?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do it, right? You don't care.
I'll try anything once.
Yeah, exactly, right? And it's like, look, cloning an entire mammoth, that's tough. Coming up with some fleshy, meaty mammoth bits.
Boom, done.
We know what that takes. We've seen it before. We've covered lab grown meat before.
Lots of lab grown meat. Yeah, people are they're saying that that's our solution to sustainability on Earth in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I mean Vow is on that train as well. That's what they're saying. Now I do want to say, Jeff, when you ask, this is full on mammoth meat. This is like, whoa, this is the real deal, Holyfield, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember Jurassic Park?
Sure. Love that movie.
You remember the dino DNA?
Oh yeah, they got to use some. They got the mosquito blood in the amber.
Yeah,
then they added a little sweetening agent, right? Some lizards,
little froggy bits.
Yeah,
little froggy bits. Well, so that's sort of the thing that Vow had to do.
Uh-oh.
Vow basically, okay. First of all, here's what I want to say. We're missing some bits of mammoth DNA. Obviously, it's not easy to resequence and reconstitute this stuff. Right. There is breakdown of the DNA over time. We're lucky to have the amount of it that we have.
Are we missing the tasty bits?
Not according to Vow, so we're okay there.
Oh, good.
As long as the tasty bits are there. So they had to fill in some holes with African elephant, which they think closest living relative.
That's what I would guess. If you had asked me to guess what we'd fill in mammoth holes with, it'd be African elephants.
African elephants. That seems good. But then, like, also, Jeff, here's the other thing. Is we got to put it into something that we can grow quickly, that we can have a lot of, do we throw cows in here? No, Jeff, please, cows, no. We would not just, this is not just a regular meatball. Jeff, we didn't use cows. We use sheep.
Oh, God damn it.
We use sheep.
God damn it. Am I just eating lamb?
It's lamb, Jeff. I'm looking at the way they're talking about this stuff, and here's what I'm going to tell you. It's lamb. It's mostly
God damn it,
lamb.
I wanted to eat an extinct species.
Yeah, I know.
You told me I was getting mammoth meat.
I know. And like, it's not mammoth meat. It's not mammoth meat.
Uh-huh.
But it's also not mammoth meat.
But it tastes like sheep.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Vow is very, very quick to say, no, this does not taste like sheep.
What's it taste like?
They went in, and the first thing they wanted to get correct was the myoglobin of
Sure, that's where I'd start.
That's where I'd start too. A lot of people would say start with the tusk or the fur.
No, myoglobin all the way. I'm team myoglobin on this one.
The reason is the myoglobin is the compound in the blood and the flesh of an animal that they think gives it the most of its flavor profile.
Start with the flavor profile. Get there.
So they used the myoglobin from the woolly mammoth. They obviously, it's also mixed with African elephant, and that is then injected into sheep DNA that is already replicating in the Petri dish. So they believe that this has the unique taste. It's mostly mammoth.
Flavor wise, we're talking it's mammoth.
I can't believe it's not mammoth TM.
But
this is like, your annoying vegan friend who's like, but have you tried Daiya cheese? Daiya cheese.
Yeah.
I can barely tell the difference between Daiya cheese and like.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, vegan friend.
I can barely tell the difference between a mammoth and this sheep meat.
The sheep ball that I'm eating. Yeah, it has a unique taste is what they're saying.
Is this just the way it's going to be? I mean, this is.
You're so disappointed. Okay. You're so fucking disappointed.
Well, a fella wants to, get in touch with his prehistoric Paleolithic ancestry,
Sure.
Wants to sink his teeth into, locally sourced, farm to table mammoth meat.
Yeah.
And he's being told that some sheep wandered in there. I don't know. Fella gets a little discouraged.
You wanna have a yabba dabba do time. You wanna have a gay old time.
A dabba do time. I want to have a gay old time.
I get it. Well, this is kind of what Val is talking about. They know that most people are not interested in normal lab grown meat. Right?
Oh, it's gotta have a little razzle dazzle.
Exactly. Listen, there are tons of companies that are trying to do lab grown chicken, pork, beef, the usual, the standards.
Yeah. Boring.
And here's the thing. We know that lab grown meat for the foreseeable future, because of the way it's grown and because of the costs involved, it's going to take a while to recoup those costs. So lab grown meat is going to be more expensive than regular meat for the foreseeable future. I think we talked about the, they were like chicky nugs that somebody was making.
They're like $6,000 chicky nugs or something crazy.
They were like, it was like ridiculous. It was like $28 chicky nugs or something.
Yeah.
It was, and people don't want to pay that. But what if Val could tell you, Jeff, you could have alpaca, kangaroo, peacock. You could have, if we could find enough DNA, you could eat the very dodo bird. You ever wanted to try whale, Jeff? You can't try whale, but would you like to?
Sure.
Jeff, would you like to hunt? Would you like to hunt the most dangerous game?
Man? Are we talking about man?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for Val, but I'm just saying you're going to want something that makes that premium price worth paying.
So this is the notion here. Hey, this is marketing, which, hey, applause, game recognized game.
Oh, yeah. In
that I'm not game, but they are offering
game recognized game in that. Yeah, I would love to eat some of this delicious game.
Exactly. The marketing here is, hey, you can't have this stuff. So the only way you could have this, it's not an alternative to a thing that's easily attainable. It's not, hey, don't have the pork, have our fake pork. It's, you can't get this any other way. We are providing something that was previously unattainable.
Yes.
I think that's genius.
I think it's very cool, actually. I think it's very, very good because they're not just putting these animals in and being like, okay, have crocodile, have peacock, have whatever. Jeff, they want to do a mix and match.
What?
Jeff, they want to create whole new types of meat. You could have crococock.
A picodile?
You could have a picodile.
I want a crococock.
You want a buffaroo?
Do I?
Jeff, we can do this.
Kangaruffalo.
Do you want a marsupilami?
Yes. This is genius. I love this.
This is where it all gets good, bud. Because here's the thing. When you currently think about like we're eating meat, right? And you may have a meat that has like your most favorite texture, something that feels good when you're chewing on it that you really love.
Yeah, good mouthfeel.
Good mouthfeel for you. And then you might have something that has like a good taste profile for you.
Yeah.
Right? What if they
combine
could create
those right up?
The perfect Jeff meat for Jeffs?
This is like chocolate in my peanut butter in my chocolate.
Exactly.
But with meats.
Imagine that they come up with a taste, texture, a juiciness profile. They could change all this stuff by mixing together dominant traits of different kinds of animal meat. And then I think they could get fun with it, right? Like, I think that there are fun ways. Okay, so the Dungeons and Dragons movie is coming out, right?
Yes.
What if I could have like Owlbear, limited edition Owlbear?
That's brilliant.
Right?
Brilliant. Eat an owlbear.
Eat an owlbear. It's literally just taking DNA from an owl and a bear. We have those.
I mean, dude, this is way better than eating mammoth.
This is so much. Listen, the eating mammoth thing, I get why that's a good hook. It's easy. It's simple. It's understandable for most people.
Yes.
Good marketing.
Good marketing. Grab the headline.
But baby, mammoth is boring now. I'm tired of mammoth already.
Oh, yeah. Mammoth is so earlier that sentence.
Yeah.
Now we've arrived at crocococks and buffalo salamis.
Buffalo salamis would be so good. Because here's the thing. That's the thing is right now, we get all of the different tastes and textures from most meats by the way we cure them, by the way we cook them, by the way we dry them or salt them or prepare them.
Yeah.
Baby, we're creating whole new meats from scratch that we can then do all of those different things to again.
Right. This is pre-cooked. So we got layers now.
We got layers.
We don't have to worry about what dumb old God wanted us to taste.
No. What did he give? Listen, up until now, the only people that were willing to fly in the face of God when it comes to creating meats is Golden Corral.
Right, and Arby's.
Golden Corral says they have 11 different kinds of meat. You've seen their signs on the interstate.
Sure.
Come to Golden Corral. Eat our buffet that laughs in the face of our Lord.
That is their motto.
That's their motto.
It's TM at the end. Strange.
And you could have this. You could have these pleasures that the Lord did not want you to partake of. We have 11 meats, but they don't really have 11 meats, Jeff. They're cooking chicken different ways. They're cooking beef different ways. It's a sham. It's a lie. And in that way, it's an affront to our Lord.
It's a lie like every episode of our podcast has been.
Every single episode. Or is it?
Except this one, because now finally we can tell the truth. We can allow Golden Corral to tell the truth. You can literally have meat varietals.
This is going to blow Golden Corral wide open. Forget 11 meats. If they can turn 3 meats into 11, wait until they have 30 meats to start from.
Oh my God. It's exponential meat growth.
That's at least 100 meats. Based on their math.
The meat options are going to be overwhelming.
They're going to be overwhelming. It's going to be paralyzing, and it's going to be wonderful. Now, when you talk about Vow and their goal, George Pepot is the CEO of Vow, and he says, we have a behavior change problem when it comes to meat consumption. Okay?
Sure.
We are destroying the earth with the production of meat. We know this.
Yes.
We know this. The number one thing that most people can do to change the way, to change what we're doing to the earth is not, for the average person that takes 1 airplane flight a year, 2 airplane flights a year, it's not, not taking a plane. It's not buying carbon offset credits. It's not, a million of these things that we're told will change the earth in tiny ways. It's literally not eating meat a couple days a week will change the fundamental makeup of the earth. We know this.
Right.
But here's the thing. Right. For we've talked about this from your point of view, and I don't fault you this point of view. Fuck you. Right? That's what you've said.
Wow, you really summed up my point of view succinctly.
That's what you said. You said, I take animal, put animal in mouth.
Yes. I said, I see your point, but also maybe fuck you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to eat lentils and Daiya cheese like that idiot vegan we were talking about earlier? Get wrecked.
Yeah.
Daiya cheese does not taste like cheese. What am I supposed to do? And George is saying that their goal is to transition a few billion meat eaters. Because think about how many people are on the planet.
Yeah.
If you're asking to just transition a couple billion, you're only asking about like 20% of the population.
So,
And they just want to transition them away from eating conventional animal protein to eating things that can be produced in, I love this is what they call it in the industry, electrified systems.
sure. Yeah.
Cells in petri dish hook up to car battery.
Just literally
eating peacockadile.
Weather vane, lightning bolts, done, dinner's ready.
Sure. Gene Wilder screaming. They say that they think we believe the best way to do that is to invent meat. Look for cells that are easy to grow, really tasty and nutritious, then mix and match those cells to create really tasty meat.
This is the American way, is what this is. This is, we want you to stop eating meat, and we're going to do it by multiplying the meats.
Listen.
I'll give you so much more meat than you could possibly imagine. And that's going to get you to stop eating the meat.
All of the meat could be yours if you simply renounce meat. We are Golden Corral.
Come into the Golden Corral.
You ever seen a drawing of a biblically accurate Golden Corral?
Yes. They're stunning. They're stunning.
Because here's the thing. They're supposed to be a little scary because that's the biblical definition of awe. They're supposed to be awe-inspiring. But this is interesting. When I think about this, I think about what were the two cars that made people decide to drive electric cars, and which one was more influential on people. The initial one was the Prius, obviously, right? Which was the hybrid.
Yeah.
And that was, it's a partially electric system, and it spoke to people who wanted an electric car to make good sense, and they wanted to do good. Right?
Right.
But that was a small number of people. The joke about the Prius was everybody in California drives a Prius, right? Because it only spoke to people who were already willing to make that change. Right. What's the car that made people drive electric cars?
Tesla Model S.
The Tesla. It was a cool fucking car.
It was a car that went real fast.
Fast car, futuristic looking, beep boop bop, does a lot of fun things. Had to be cool. Had to be cool. And now everybody will drive, like a Chevy Spark or whatever, because now everybody's like, oh, there's enough infrastructure. This makes enough sense. And I understand why to drive an electric car. They want to normalize this.
That's why we need owlbear meat.
That's why I need owlbear meat.
Oh, it's the Tesla of meats.
It truly, and I hate saying that. Tim Noakesmith, who is a co-founder of Vow, said that for this particular stunt, this gimmick, they chose the woolly mammoth particularly because it's a symbol of diversity loss and a symbol of climate change. They wanted people to look at this headline and say, of course they brought back the woolly mammoth just for rich people to eat. So then they would read the story.
These dudes are playing 4D chess with our meats.
Oh, baby. It's picture Kirk and Spock with that weird board that no one understands, except for people that actually speak Klingon. So they said that our aim is to start a conversation about how we eat and what the future alternatives can look and taste like. Cultured meat is meat, but it doesn't have to be meat as we know it.
Huh. I like it. Go weird, go strange, go big, or go home.
Exactly.
These guys are like, we're not going to try to just get you. This is so brilliant. This isn't, we're going to give you cheese that's not cheese, because then I'm comparing it to cheese.
Yeah.
We're going to give you something that cheese couldn't even possibly imagine.
No.
We're giving you fantasy cheese. We're giving you meats that are in the realm of imagination.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is genius, Anthony. I'm so on board with this.
You no longer have to eat the veggie burger or the Impossible Burger at the restaurant and go, yeah, this tastes pretty good. I could see where this almost tastes like meat. It's kind of better in its own way, but I think I still like burger. You don't have to do that shit, because somebody's going to be like, buddy, this is a Gorgon.
Now you're making fun of your friend who's just eating a cow. Yeah, sure. Enjoy your pig, dude. I am eating a fucking fantasy creature that doesn't exist in nature.
I'm eating a griffin. You dumb baby. You're killing cows. Cows are real and they're sweet and they're lovely. You're killing them. Why are you doing that when you could be eating Gorgon with me? You moron. You absolute buffoon.
Well, I'm in love with this notion. I'm in love with this. These guys are approaching Americans on their own terms, i.e., their dumb marketing of stupid shit that sounds cool and will catch on. I love it.
Are you ready? They're not American. They're Australian.
You know what? It makes all the sense now. It makes all the sense.
Who's even more bombastically weird about meat than we are?
Yeah.
The Australians. The inventors of the Outback Steakhouse.
They did it with onions. They bloomed the onion and other blooming meats.
They looked at an onion and they said, this onion's trash. Why would you eat onion? Trash. Turn it into a horrible recursive sculpture of cholesterol and crunch.
They won.
Their site, I want to show you their site just a little bit. I want to show you this. Don't miss the next drop. They've co-opted hype beast culture, Jeff.
This is they're like a sneaker company.
They have not just have they co-opted hype beast culture, they will be selling hype beast steak.
The hype beast. You can taste the hype beast now.
You can taste the hype beast now.
It's part beast, part hype, all meat.
All meat.
I
think this is so fun.
Can they make me? They're in Australia. Can I eat Bluey? Because I would love to. Or Bingo, or any of them. Bandit, Chili, any of them.
This is fascinating.
Lucky's dad.
Now, Bluey is going to be. That's going to be a more creative one, right?
Yeah,
because we know that it's going to have to be some dog, right?
A healer. There's going to be a healer.
There's going to be dog in it. But we also need an animal that's naturally blue.
Yeah.
And we also need an animal that's naturally an animal that we think of as kind and thoughtful. I mean, I guess that's a dog. So it's already there. Maybe it's just dog and peacock together.
I love it. Dog cock.
Sorry, could you look directly into the camera and say that again?
We'll workshop the name. We're just throwing ideas at the wall right now.
Now, Jeff.
Wait a minute. Anthony, before you get there, I just had an epiphany.
Please, share.
What they are doing with meat is what Ben & Jerry's has done with ice cream.
Yes.
They are ice creamifying meat.
They're taking, I mean, honestly, when you think about like Ben & Jerry's, most like Mexican restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Particularly like fast food Mexican restaurants, we have 7 ingredients.
Right.
What do we do to mix and match them in different ways to create completely different flavor profiles, feelings, methods of eating, right? You think about
the gordita. It's the gordita of meat.
It's the gordita. They've created the all-natural zoological gordita. Now, you might be wondering, where do I get myself a mammoth meatball?
Yeah, I am wondering that. Now I want more.
You do not right now, because they're trying to make them at scale. Right now, what they are offering people is the world's rarest dumpling.
Okay. I mean, all right.
The world's rarest dumpling.
I love a dumpling in Austin, huh? Austin, Texas.
Yep. They revealed this at South by Southwest just last month. And what they basically did was they invited 60 people to have dumplings made out of rare Japanese quail.
Ooh.
Completely lab-grown rare Japanese quail. An animal that just simply, if you were trying to eat a Japanese quail, Jeff, you'd have to jump through some hoops. I'm gonna tell you that.
It seems like quite the afternoon. Get ready for that.
Their conservation status is near threatened, and Each Japanese quail only weighs about 3.2 ounces in and of itself.
Oh, that's not even a full dumpling's worth.
It's not even a full dumpling. Baby, don't worry about it, because we are going to lab grow this delicious quail and give it straight to you.
I love this, but also now you've got me wishing it was more than just a quail. You know, a single meat source has just become so boring to me in my journey through this story. It feels like I want quail, I don't know, mixed with something else.
Yeah. We might have inadvertently jumped one step ahead of where they are.
Yeah.
Of where they are now. Now, I think the Japanese quail. So the Japanese quail came first, right? So I think that was their first thing. That was like, look, this is something you're not allowed to eat. We can make it so you can eat it. Right? That's cool in and of itself on a level.
Yes.
Now they've moved into, this is an animal that no longer exists.
Yeah. And now we want to get to animals that never existed.
Yeah.
That only exist in the world of engination and imagineering.
I want a full tasting menu, a chef's choice tasting menu, a 10-course omakase of cryptids.
Yes.
I want the chupacabra. I want the lightning eel. I want the burly man. I want all the cryptids.
All the cryptids. Yeah.
How much would you pay for a 10-course tasting menu of cryptid meat? Knowing that it was lab created.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot, but I would pay a lot. I think that would be so rad. That would be so rad.
Yeah, I think this is really fun, and I think this is the way to get people to change their behavior without realizing they're changing their behavior. That's the way you have to do it.
You know what I want?
What?
I want the portmanteau menu. I want, you know how my 6-year-old gets his homework he brings home sometimes, and there's 2 columns of nouns or like nouns and adjectives, and he has to draw a line between. I want the menu to do that. I want to have 2 columns of creatures, and I want to be able to draw a line between any 2 that I want, and they just bring it out. And I've just created something that God couldn't have even imagined.
You want a bumble lion. You want an Elleroo.
Bring it.
You want a butter bear, a moosel.
The restaurant could be called Portmanteaus.
Yes. Oh my God. And you could change the menu regularly.
Yeah. Oh,
you could change the menu regularly. I think it would be fun also. Let's sort of rainforest cafe it in terms of experience. Not as annoying or garish or gaudy, but perhaps it looks like an old-timey, like a very fancy dining hall. Like maybe a wealthy land baron has invited you to his home for dinner, and he's got like a drawing room and he's got like a dining hall in his room.
Yeah.
And up on the wall is fake taxidermy of all of these imaginary animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun. Or that other kids thing. You've ever seen the kids book where it has like the pages have 2 halves and you can flip down independent sides, and it's got the first half of the body and the second half of the body, and you can make a horse fish and stuff. But that's the menu.
You just flip to whatever looks appealing to you and hand it to the server.
I want to eat that.
I want the tail of a dolphin, the body of a tiger, and the head of a man.
I want to eat something for which there has never been a name.
Yes.
You know, they've never named it because it is unique. It is a unique creature that had never existed. Oh, this is genius. This is not where I thought this story was going.
No.
When we started with mammoth meat.
No, me neither.
I'm delighted. I am delighted.
I saw this headline popping up everywhere. including in the Discord where it was submitted. And I saw it, and immediately my brain went to where your brain went, which was, this is fake. This is clearly, some other meat with just some like genes grafted into it. Where's the fun of this? And then it was the fact that this company said, we understand what you think when we say this, and we're going to show you where the fun of it is, motherfucker.
Now you're here. Let us dazzle you.
And when you're here, you're family. Welcome to the genetic Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to know from the concerned citizens. Let us know what animals you would like to create to eat.
Yeah.
If you
what
could
is the
create
most
any
delicious combo?
Yeah.
Give us a delicious combo that of just fantasy creatures. I don't want to hear any cows or pigs or chickens in there. Let's talk about, let's go real flights of fancy here.
Yeah. Really give it to us. You can hit us up on Twitter. I'm at @Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
Although Twitter might be dead by the time this episode goes live.
Yeah.
But the best place to reach us is, of course, the Discord. Head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns to get access to that Discord for just $1 a month.
Yeah, and you can get so much more if you go up a little from there, including bonus videos. You get the beginnings of the episodes that you only hear the little last bit of. But we've been talking for a whole long time before the episode starts. And you get that chunk. It's like extra episodes, all for supporting the show, making sure it continues. Really is the only way the show is supported, is patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
What if you could just clone lab meat of people you dislike?
Oh, just eat your enemies?
Yeah. Steal their power.
I'm into it.